Hello, YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan. Once again, bringing you my thoughts and review for last night's episode of Batwoman, Season 2, Episode 3. Very fun episode. A lot of questions in this episode, mostly, but it was still fun. First of all, we got to see a fan favorite DC Batman villain that we don't really get to see in the Batman movies. We see glimpses of him here and there, but not really like a focused villain. And that was Victor Zsasz. Victor Zsasz is a psychopath killer who he's like a hitman. He always does what he has to do. And every time he kills somebody, he always cuts himself. And I'm talking about, he's got scars like everywhere, from his head all the way down to maybe his privates. I'm not sure, but the guy's always covered. So Ryan and the team have to pretty much stop him from killing people that he's being hired to. Then we find out who he's being hired by, and that's this woman who apparently has a connection to Alice, who she took off the streets, who was being arrested by Sophie. And then Sophie and her wake up on this weird island that kind of looks like the Mascara. Not sure how that plays out. I mean, they did mention that the Mascara is a thing in DC Arrowverse, so possibility, maybe. I don't know. This woman, very beautiful, very exotic. She shows up. She sees Alice. They start talking. And it looks like they have, like, history with each other. It looks like maybe this woman, her name is, like, Cypher, something like that, with a C or an S. I'm not really sure. They have history. And it looks like maybe she taught Alice how to fight. At first, I thought it was like, is this League of Assassins? Is this something like maybe she knows Sarah? Maybe, I don't know. Or this whole thing felt like either the League of Assassins or something that has to do with the Amazonians, one or the other. But maybe nothing at all. But it was very interesting to see who this person was. Apparently, she's the one who's been targeting Sophie and the other girl, Alfred's, I think, niece or daughter or whatever, targeting her for the last couple episodes of the last season. So it is cool to see we got the face behind the name. So that was interesting. Then we find out that Alice kind of got her mad by taking the flower that she gave her from her island, and that was the cure to fix everything. And then she gave it to her stepsister, and then of course she sends Victor Zsasz to go after her. And then of course Batwoman has to show up and save the day. And of course, Ryan's still trying to use, learn how to use the bat suit. She's using Kate's suit, and, very uncomfortable for her. So she makes it over. She fixes the bat suit for herself. The big wig, the dark hair with the big, Afro style looking hair, and all black bat suit. I love the bat suit. I think it's cool. The hair is a bit much. But whatever. But she made it work really well. I liked it a lot. Kind of wish her hair was, regular straight down black. But, what can I do? I'll get over it. There's only one episode. Anyway, they fight Victor Zsasz. They stop him. Then, of course, Sophie and Alice end up waking up back in Gotham, not knowing how they got back there, how they even left in the first place. They just got knocked out, woke up in a whole different place, and then they got knocked out again. Got back to where they were before they even realized what happened. Whole top secret assassin cop type of kidnapping. But yeah, that was interesting. Hopefully get more information about who this character is. But yeah, it was an interesting episode, and we also got a couple of clues in here as well. First of all, they mentioned that supposedly Kate's alive, so I guess we still sticking to the whole story that Kate's alive thing. Which I kind of wish they just move forward with that and not worry about Kate right now. Because we have a new Batwoman. We just don't need to push her back any further to bring back the old Kate. But what can you do? And then we have, apparently, the Crows were looking into something interesting. And they found something about a man with a black mask. Possibly Black Mask might be showing up in here. They mentioned him. So they didn't really mention Black Mask. But they did say a guy wearing a black mask. So he's the only person in Gotham who would do that, so there's the possibility of that. But the ending of this episode is very interesting to me because it shows Sophie going back to headquarters, going back to headquarters and talking to her commander, And he has Kate's phone. He's been trying to hack it all day, trying to find out where she's been. You know, where was she going before her plane got dropped down out of the sky? And apparently, he found out that she was looking into a painting that had something to do with Jack Napier. Now, if you don't know who Jack Napier is the Joker. Now, recently in the comics, I believe they use saying that Jack Napier is the official canon of the Joker's name, because for years we have never knew what Joker's real name was. You know, he was just this comedian guy, very poor, trying to make some money for his wife and his unborn child. He gets into a little bit of trouble, becomes the Red Hood. Batman stops him. He falls in the chemicals, becomes the Joker. Other versions have him cutting his face from a war, apparently, because he had post-traumatic stress. You know, multiple versions of it. So, and then of course, knowing that Crisis had 1989 Batman in this, and Batman 1989's Joker was named Jack Napier, and they dropped that name last season, season 1. So this is our official, real confirmation that Jack Napier Joker is our Joker of the Arrowverse. Are we gonna see him? Doubt it. If I had to put any percentage on that, I will say about 20% chance of us actually see him. 0% chance of Harley Quinn. But yeah, so that was interesting. So what was that about? No idea. But I still like the episode. They took out Victor Zsasz pretty quick, but he'll come back. He always comes back. He's not a villain like, oh, he will, he'll escape, does his hire, does what he does, he always sticks around. So you don't have to worry about that. He'll probably come back eventually. But he's not my favorite version of Victor Zsasz. My favorite version of Victor has always been from Gotham so far. But I did like the fact that he was cutting his his forehead, because that's how he's supposed to do. He's supposed to be all covered. And he was actually kind of funny. So I enjoyed it. And he figured out who Batwoman was in 5 seconds, obviously, because of who she is. So there's that. But yeah, interesting episode. Little fun. But I know, by the way, I loved when Ryan tried to use the bat suit. She still can't figure out how to use it, and that's okay, because she's still learning. So, but it was so fun. The whole Kate stuff, I kind of wish they would go away from that, but what can you do? Hey, if it pays off and we get both of them in the show, cool. If we don't, I guess it was a waste. But yeah, the whole Jack Napier thing, that's a very interesting part. But let's see if they do anything with that. But yeah, very interesting. So leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about it, and stay tuned for more. Thank you very much, and have a good day.